Hey, Sneeky Linux tonight, and tonight we've got Sneaky's Corner Part 2, yes. So we're going to answer a few more questions, and I've got a little something special for you too. So what we'll do, let's do the special bit first. Oh, do you want to see me first? Of course you do. I'll bring out the old cam again. There I am, in black and white, just for today. So yeah, so what have I got for you today? Well, a bit of a giveaway. Now for the next lot of Sneaky's Corner, which will be another 3 or 4 weeks after this one, the best question will get this, which is a little USB stick. Can you see this little USB stick in my handy, in black and white? I'm going to connect it up, and you'll see what I mean. If I remember to do it, that is, by the way, it won't go in the hole. There we go. Now what I've done, I've put multiboot on it, and I've put a load of distros on it. So I'll give it a couple of seconds to find out what it wants to do, if it wants to find itself, or anything like that. We'll wait, and wait a bit longer, and wait a bit longer. It don't want to play ball at the moment, does it? No, that's just typical. Now, there we go, look. There we go. It's mounted a system. My multi-system USB driver's on there. Now, basically, I've installed a load of OSs for you to try out. And it's open to anywhere in the world within reason. So don't say you're on Mars, because I ain't going to send it there. So I'm going to open up multiboot, or multi-system, should I say. It's multi-system now, isn't it? I keep forgetting. There's my little drive. I'll validate it, and you'll actually see what's on it. Now, what I've put on it for you, whoever wins the competition of the best question for the next section of Sneaky's Corner, will get basically this. You get the latest version of Gparted, the latest version of Puppy 5.2, Saline OS, which is Debian, that's why it's got Debian now, the latest version of Tiny Core, Madbox latest version, Puppy 2 is MacPup, so the latest version of MacPup 2, Chameleon OS Alpha, it's still an alpha I'm afraid, yeah. The latest version of Jolly Cloud, well the latest version I've got anyway, a System Rescue CD, which is really good, and Xpad. Do you remember Xpad, anybody? I've used it quite a few times now, and also Astronomy. Now it all works, I've all tried it all out, but for you I'm going to try one out now. So we'll get hold of Xpad. I'm going to click here to test in VirtualBox. There we go. Let it do its stuff, just to show you that what I'm going to send whoever wins actually gets what they want. So wait, here we go, VirtualBox comes up on the screen, we'll move it around a bit, move it up here for you so you can see a bit more. It starts doing the booting, and by the way, tonight's cider is from Somerset. Very nice. So there's all the stuff we've got on the disc. I'll scroll down to... Am I doing? I'm doing Xpad, I don't remember now. I'm going to click Xpad, and it'll start loading up in VirtualBox. Because when you use multi-system, please remember you don't have to install it if you don't want to. You can just run it via the box. It's all on the stick for you to use, which is really super cool, nice, and all that. So yeah, it's doing a lot of stuff at the moment because I'm doing so much stuff. This is one of the old test machines I use for videos, as most of you will know. It's an older 2 gig dual core, not Core 2 Duo. It does the job, but hey, I don't mind this going bang first and all the others, basically. I've got quite a few test machines here, but this does the job. It don't get hot or anything, like I said before. So anyway, this is Xpad, basically. You may have remembered it from videos from long ago that I've done. It's been quite a while since I tried the new current one, because it doesn't really run very well, what I found anyway. So this is basically Xpad, and you go and do your stuff in it. Now that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to turn the old VirtualBox off, so we'll close it. That's just to show you that it all works. Okay, get rid of that, and we'll get rid of that VirtualBox there too, and there comes back my multi-system thing. Right, so whoever gets the best question, the next best question for this, will win this little 4 gig USB Kingston drive with all this stuff on it. I mean, I may put some newer stuff on anyway, but hey, we'll go from there. But yeah, I thought it was super cool. So if you can give me the question, and I think it's super cool, you'll win the drive. So that's that bit out of the way. Okay, let's get back to Sneaky's Corner after I've unmounted this little drive. So just safely remove my drive, and I will unplug it as well. We don't do anything like that, do we? So anyway, let's bring up the rest of the questions for Sneaky's Corner. Okay, here's the usual ones that we done last time. Okay, that's the last one I've done. Right, TOS Today, or TOS Today, that does make me laugh, that name. You know what I'm saying if you're from the UK, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. What do you think is the future of Linux, and do you use Windows at all? Windows even. Do I use Windows? Only when I go around clients' houses. That's the only time I actually use it. I have got a Windows machine in the house, and I must boot it up, so you probably need updating. But no, we don't actually use Windows in the house whatsoever. As for the future of Linux, well, it's got many paths to travel if it really wants to, and it all depends how we go. Now, it seems like the boys at the Ubuntu, as we know, want to go to a pay thing at the end of the day. He has put millions into it, by the way, and so he wants to get a bit back. Or maybe not. We'll just have to wait and see how it lands. Now, with Wayland and all that coming on, and them dumping X, we'll have to wait and see. So, the next couple of years are going to be a bit weird. As for all the other distros out there, there's a lot that are going to stick with X, I'm afraid to say. Well, I'm not afraid to say. It works, doesn't it? It does what it says on the tin. So the future of Linux is good, as far as I'm concerned. But it's going to be a slow process, as usual. I mean, a slow process, and we'll get there and make it right before, just releasing something and not working. I mean, I know Ubuntu releases every 6 months, and when you get some of them, they don't work and that. But that's why when it releases, you just leave it for a month and then download the new ISO, and normally it would work for you. It's the same as the others. Debian, on the other hand, they make sure they get it all right before they go, and they keep it a stable version for years and years and years. Same with all the others. SUSE's the same. Although some of the SUSE ones I've had lately have been really, really slow. They're getting really, really bloated, but things are going on in that company too, so we'll wait and see. So yeah, big future. I'm going to come back to that question as well at a later date as well, because that's quite a big question to answer. So anyway, next question for tonight is from Twill is Awesome. Is he? Well, yeah. I didn't see he had any saws in his house. Oh, it was awesome. I thought he did. I saw some. Sorry. Anyway, what makes Linux so awesome? For me, basically, I can give it to my customers, especially the ones that ain't got any jobs or anything, and they need internet connections, which you do if you've got kids at school. They can still get all their work done. I like it. Very good for me. The free thing is also an extra, but it's not the be-all and end-all, is it really? But being able to use free and open source programs and able to do what you want with them and not getting slapped down with a license is a good one for me. Okay. Number 2, why is Sneeky Linux even awesomer? Because I'm a geezer. Oh, yeah. Or something like that, anyway. So that's your question answered. And next time I'll scroll down. Now, I think this was a question for Sneaky's Corner. I wasn't sure. But this is from... There you go. Punky Buin, or something. Anyway, dear Sneaky Linux, I have an old compact Evo N620C and the spec size below, so it's 1300 Pentium, ATI Mobility Radeon. Oh, they did get on my nerves when they come out, and they're still not right on older systems now. He's only got 256 RAM. Ooh, nasty. But he's got a built-in N wireless notebook card, and he needs a good OS, because it must do the following things without lag: OpenOffice, Chromium or Chrome, and a picture manager. And he's running Linux Mint LXD. It's going to be slow on that, let's be honest. You've only got 256 RAM to start with. You're going to lose at least half a gig before he even likes to play ball, really. Or on the other hand, if you configure with gparted and make yourself an enormous size swap file, you may get away with it. But it all depends on the size of your hard drive, how old it is, how fast it is. Now, I've said to him to go with Puppy Linux, basically. Because it'll run super fast on that. It'll do all the flash. It'll run Chromium or Chrome. You can get OpenOffice if you really want to. There's even a port of LibreOffice now for Puppy, and there's lots of picture managers as well. So that's the one I suggested to him, and I hope you think that too. Although you could go Slide Taz, but then you're restricting yourself. And if you go Tiny Core, it's got to do a lot more work. And just some people just want it to boot from the live CD and use it. Whereas some of the others you're going to do a bit of work with, aren't you? At the end of the day, yes. So that was that question. What's the next one? Why are you such a hottie? Oh, from Sneaky Wife. She does send me these notes, naughty little girl. I'm so hot because I'm hotter than a hot thing. That's why. Okay, next question. I was wondering what your suggestions are for system maintenance on Ubuntu. I'll be installing it for an older machine, and I will not be home when I'll leave for college. Not so computer savvy people will be using it. I think it's his mum and dad, actually. Is there anything I should worry about? Perhaps suggesting a remote desktop control software for Linux. Thanks for all you do. P.S. You said you have a different art account and did photography. All right, yes, I do have, and it's under Sneeky Linux, by the way, if you're not going to check it out. Right, in Ubuntu you have the remote desktop viewer and the remote desktop terminal, I think it's called. You can use this to remotely connect to your parents or aunties and uncles and aunties' Ubuntu system, just to check it out once a week, make sure everything's going hunky-dory. But on the whole, as long as you're not leaving them as the root user, you ain't going to be having any problems anyway.
Just make them users and not root, and you should be okie dokie. Just before you go, make sure they got all the problems they want, really, or problems. Did I say that? All the programs they want, and that, yes. So that's very, very good. Hope, Mr. Noise, that settled your question. That was it. Hang on a minute. Ooh. Very appley again. I don't know why. Must be all the apples they use. Anyway, this is from somebody with a very old laptop, and it's from Ferrer 1958. First of all, your view is great. Yeah. We get that. We all know that. But he has a very old laptop lying around and gathering dust. Toshiba set like 750 meg and 120 megabytes of RAM. Ooh. And he's got minimal Ubuntu on it. Blimey, does it actually work? Right, that's really, really interesting to see if that actually work on that sort of machine with that amount of RAM. Must have done the alternate CD install. Now, he's tried out Vector Linux. No, I wouldn't suggest that. And he can't get the resolution over 800 by 600. We can get 1024 by 768, yeah. He's thinking of installing Puppy Linux on it, but he's having trouble with the newer versions. Well, you don't want to go with a newer version. With that sort of machine, you want to go with Wary 500 or Wary 5, which is really for older machines. That being said, PC Linux OS may be the LXD or the open box version, because it comes suited and booted with all the drivers, graphic drivers and wireless drivers, which is a really big thing I really like about PC Linux OS. I've just done a PC Linux OS install today on a Compact 21 Presario. I mean, it's got the mobility chip and the graphics, but it's got plenty of RAM. But I put a brand new USB dongle in it for wireless, and it picked it up straight away and connected straight away. So you've got a few choices there. As long as you can download the ISOs, not a big problem, really, is it? Not a big problem at all. So yeah, that's the end of the questions today from Sneaky's Corner. Now, I ain't going to do it for a few weeks now, because I've got lots and lots of other things that have stacked up while I've been doing this. Because as you can imagine, when you're doing video and stuff like this, the ISOs get bigger and bigger and bigger, and instead of being on the small ones I normally do, it's enormous, so to say. So yeah, that was Sneaky's Corner from today. Now, don't forget to send your questions to me. You can send them at YouTube, just message me and put the question to it. We've got a couple of weeks. The best question will get the USB stick with all the hunky-dory stuff on it. Nice. Yeah, I like it anyway. I hope you enjoyed it. Sneeky Linux is going out. See you later. Bye bye.